So it's an honor, it's a pleasure to be here in this important event to share with you some researchers about ethnobotany. Ethnobotany as indicator of medicinal flora vulnerability in natural grasslands in Tapia village in Uruguay, collective feminine narratives. The next, please. This is the work in cooperation between two universities, Federal University of Western Pará, my university, Brazil, and the University of Uruguay Republic. Please, the next. Okay, my presentation will follow this sequence. We are talking about the environment, specifically the natural grasslands in the biome called the Pampa, in the south of Latin America, in Uruguay country. We are talking about Las Julianas. Las Julianas is the name of the feminine women group, women collectors of medicinal herbs. We are talking about the scientific problem and the research objective, methodology, and results about ethnobotany, taxonomic richness of this specific flora, medicinal flora, and the diseases about the treated disease with these plants and active ingredients. Then we are talking about the pressure on natural resources and vulnerability at these species in species and ecosystems level, because this has relation with the ethnomedicine. Ethnobotany, ethnomedicine is a close relation with environment. It's not two different things. So, environment is very important for the future of ethnomedicine. So what agricultural solutions we have to consider and final considerations. Please, the next thing. So this environment has a mean annual temperature decrease from 20 to, in the north of the country, to 13 degrees Celsius in the south. The annual precipitation ranges from 130 from 1,500 millimeters in the northeast. The grasslands is a combination of C3 and C4 grasses, so different grass that has different photosynthetic process, and a broad set of herbs are the dominant vegetation. This environment is called the campus or grasslands. Is the largest temperate grasslands region in South America. This area has more than 70 million hectares, covering the Great Plain of Central Eastern Argentina, Uruguay, and south of Brazil. The rich and productive vegetation mainly composed of grass and herbs, and the ecosystem services. One of them is that provide habitat to a diverse and specific biota, including 109 species of grassland birds. So this is the environment. In this peak, we can see the environment is a diversity, is a complexity environment, because the flora is diverse. More than of this flora is herbs, is grasses, and part of them has a medicinal properties. Please, the next. So this is the country, Uruguay, and this is the grassland, the most part of the vegetation. This is the other kind of vegetation, forestry, basically. This in this range, 1985 to nowadays, we have a changing of this environment. We have a high anthropic pressure of the grasslands, and of course, of over medicinal flora. So the conversion, the disturbance on the vegetation, alternating grasslands to forest with exotic species of trees, as eucalypto. These cause nowadays are problems of for this native vegetation. Please, the next thing. This is the women group, Las Julianas, a group of 5 women that collect medicinal herbs. You can see in this picture, in this car, how they transport the herbs. So don't have much. It's a simple way to work with these medicinal herbs. This is Marcela that will talk more in detail in the next slides. Please, the next. So the scientific problem that motivated us to do this research was, according to the reports of the United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization and the Ministry of Life, Territory Planning and Environment of Uruguay, the natural grasslands between 2001 and 2015 suffered a reduction in the surface area of 13.79% due to various anthropogenic pressures. For example, forestry, livestock, the expansion of livestock, soybeans, and rice. This is the causes of anthropogenic pressures over medicinal flora. And the second problem is the absence of ethnobotanical record of medicinal flora of a specific village, Tapia, called Tapia, in the Uruguay. So we don't have these studies of ethnobotanical studies about this specific flora with rural people. Then, after this, we identified these 2 scientific problems. The objective of this work was to know the medicinal grasslands flora used by a group of women, herb collectors, from open dialogues or conversation cycles to contribute of registration and appreciation of traditional knowledge associated with local flora. Please, the next. So the ethnobotany is an interdisciplinary area that values and records the ancestral knowledge of native or traditional population or traditional populations about the local flora. So the ethnobotany work with the uses of these plants, medicinal properties, and its spiritual relationships. So the ethnobotany is a combination of two knowledge, the scientific knowledge, but the more important is the organic knowledge that was transmitted by orality for hundreds of the years. So the ethnobotany is important because we can register these uses of medicinal flora, because the orality is a process, is a rich process, is the only and contemporary process that the knowledge is transmitted, but that's not enough. The orality, we can have some erosion in the knowledge, in the medicinal knowledge, because the new generations of these people maybe this doesn't has some interest about the medicinal flora. So the ethnobotany is a part of botany studies that can help in this case to don't promote the erosion of knowledge. Please, the next. So about the methodology, the classical works, the classical researchers in the ethnobotany don't use the collective approach. It's normal that we use the individual intervention. So the classical ethnobotany approach is about, we go for each house, each family, and do some questionnaire, questions and answers. But in this research, we introduce a new protocol in ethnobotany. This protocol is about conversation circles that are spaces for collective knowledge. So when this is an example about one of the visiting in this home of Sonia Morales, the leader of this group. Here is Sonia Morales with your flora. So the collective circles or conversation circles is a collective spaces, because when I ask for the women, okay, you agree with to do this work with us? When we show the process for us, she asked us, but why you want to do individual interviews? She said to me that the knowledge, it's not the individual knowledge. The knowledge is collective. And because of this, we changed the protocol to be in accordance, in agreement with what the women want to do in this research. So this is a new protocol, a collective protocol in the ethnobotany. Please, the next one. So the results, we identified 15 different botanical families and many species distributed in these 15 families. So this, we observed the citation of 24 medicinal plants and 1 lichen distributed in 15 botanical families, being the Asteraceae family the most important family, because they have more species, 6 species in the Asteraceae family. Some species such as Calendula officinalis, Parviflora, and Carqueja, Baccharis trimera, draw attention to the large number of medicinal uses. So we have some highlights, some species that are highlighted here. And Carqueja, or Baccharis trimera, and Calendula officinalis are one of them. The calendula is used for healing infections, skin inflammations, improve the immune system, liver problems, and diabetes, while Carqueja is used for control high blood pressure, cleanse the liver, and lowering cholesterol. So of the total of, we found 22 medicinal properties were surveyed, 7 plants with digestive properties, 5 to soothing plants, 4 plants with anti-inflammatory properties, and 4 other plants with healing properties. The next one, please. So this is the families, botanical families. We have to highlight here for Asteraceae, this family with 5 species: Calendula, Baccharis trimera, Micania glomerata, Conisia bonariensis, Matricaria camomilla, Achirocline saturejoides. And the second important family in this environment, or in the grasslands, native grasslands, was Lamiaceae with Salvia officinalis, subspecies Oxyodon, Menta piperita, Lamium album, Marrubium vulgarum. So the reduction of populations of some species of these families, botanical families, is an indication of disturbance. So from this ethnobotanical researcher, we can identify 2 botanical families that can use by bioindication of vulnerability. These families are Asteraceae and Lamiaceae. So the ethnobotany researcher, it's very important not only for describe the uses of the flora, the medicinal properties, the active principles, but ethnobotany is important in the other level, in the level of ecosystem. So the ethnobotany researcher can be a tool for identifying some bioindicators. And in this case, in the specific research, Asteracea and Lamiacea are families, botanical families, that can use as a bioindication of vulnerability. Please, the next one. So in these slides, we show some highlights for anti-coffee species. In these peaks here. We have 11. We have Prunus persica in the first picture. We have Lamio album in the second picture. We have Micania glomerata, third picture. And of course, we have Citrus reticulata that was usually in the, let me see, in the Canupigiala or Vicia Ayurveda. I saw that in Citrus reticulata, I use it too. So the leaves, the fruits of these species are, it's good for anti-coffee, has anti-coffee properties. Please, the next one. So the phytochemistry of Lamio, I get some species because we don't have time to discuss all about all of them. So the phytochemistry of Lamio express, they have iridoids, secoiridoids, and other compounds. And here we have the dried flowers of this plant exhibit uterotonic, astringent, antispasmodic. So this result, antispasmodic, is in accordance with the feminine or women narratives in the Tapia. So the pharmaceutical industry already produces medicines with Lamio SP because these properties, anti-inflammatory, antispasmodic, and therefore are utilized in menorrhagia, uterine hemorrhagia, and other diseases. So this is one of the medicines that has Lamio in their this picture shows what is very important, these plants for the pharmaceutical industry. Please, the next one. In the digestive species, we have Salvia, highlights for digestive species: Salvia officinalis, Menta, Lipia alba, Lipia aloisia, Marrubium vulgario, and Matricaria camomilla. Acarocline and Saturejoides are species for these diseases, for digestive problems. Please, the next one. I think we have some pictures. Yeah, this is the digestive species, no? Salvia officinalis, subspecies Oxyodon, Menta piperita. The third picture is Lipia albea. The fourth is Lipia aloisia. The fifth is Marrubium vulgario. Here is Matricaria camomilla, very common in many countries, and Achirocline saturejoides are the species important for digestive properties. So, if these species are very important for digestive diseases, problems, so we have to protect the environment. Because if you don't protect the natural environment, we will observe it, and nowadays we already observing a decrease in specific populations of plants. We are showing the next slides. Please, the next one. So the Marrubium vulgario is one of these species. This plant is widely used as an herbal remedy for chronic colds, disorders related to skin, liver, gastric, and gastric is in accordance with the women narrative in this research. This plant is good for heart and immune system. The Mahubi vulgare is studied in many scientific researches, and one of them is these works published in 2022 about Mahubi vulgare, traditional uses, phytochemistry, and pharmacological profile. Please, the next one. So this is the compounds of Mahubi vulgare. Mahubic acid is the most important compound. Mahubic acid. We have more than others, saccharinosid A, but Mahubic acid is very important. And we have some flavonoids. Okay, please, the next one. And here I share with you the importance of this species, Mahubi vulgare, for pharmaceutical industry. We have many medicines that use Mahubi vulgare. This is one of them. Looking here, the scientific name, Hawaii farming, Horti, Mahubi vulgare. So I bring this subject, ethnobotany, in this event, in this important event, because ethnobotany is the base, is the fundamental, is the base for phytomedicine, ethnomedicine, and it's very important to protect this environment. In the specific case, the grasslands, the native grasslands that has a big populations of these species, nowadays are in the risky because the anthropic pressures, because the phytophysiognomy is changing for forestry, eucalyptus plantations, for introductions of soybean, and expanded the livestock and rice. So this is the contest. This is the environment contest in a rural environment about flora medicinal. So the flora medicinal of Uruguay are nowadays in some risky. They have some vulnerability. Please, the next one. So we have about the species that has a calm and relaxing properties. We give some highlight to Passiflora incarnata, the first picture. The second, Lipia albea. The third, the big picture in this slide, Lipia aloysia. Fourth, Matricaria camomilla, and Tilia viridis, subspecies multicay. So they are important components with suiting purpose, potential for the pharmaceutical industry. Please, the next one. This is very important nowadays, no, because we have many cases of suicides, depressive states. I think that the depressive is one of the more important diseases in this time, no? And this species is very important because it's natural. And in this slide, I share with you some medicines that use Passiflora incarnata. Many different medicines, many different pharmaceutical industry using some compounds of Passiflora incarnata. And we have a beautiful paper here about Passiflora incarnata, ethnopharmacology, clinical application, safety, and evaluation of clinical trials. Work with Mirodi and et al. Thank you. The next one, please. Tilia viridis multicay has a sedative and anti-cancer properties, and these plants is founded on native grasslands in the Uruguay. These plants treat anxiety, colds, influenza, bronchitis, fever, and inflammation. The extract was found to present a selective, antiproliferative, active on lymphoma cell line. One of its main compounds is rutin, showed antioxidant effects. So Tilia viridis subspecies Moltke may therefore be a source of antioxidant compounds that contribute to a selective antiproliferative actions of tumoral cells. And this picture I share with you some medicine that use in Tilia. Please, the next one. The only plant with antibiotic properties that was reported by the Rural Women Group of herbalist was Castorgastra ceratifolia, a species of Melastomataceae family, and is a natural antibiotic alternative. So these species is under vulnerability, under anthropic pressures also. Please, the next one. This has a list with these 24 plants. I think we talk for many of them. We can pass for the next one, please. Please, the next one. More one. Okay, and the lichen, I need to do some highlights about the lichen. It's common in the ethnobotany, in many studies of ethnobotany research, we find plants, but it's not common you use lichen in the ethnobotany. I don't know, I want to know about my colleagues that here listen me now, Rita, if it's common, use the lichen in the medicine in the other countries. I think this is a space to do some interculturality. So the lichen called the Usnea densirosa, a species of Parmeliaceae ascomicetus. The phytochemical analysis of it identifies some metabolites, polysaccharides, fatty acids, phenolic acids, flavonoids, terpenos, but the usnic acid specifically constitutes as usnic acid, polyphenols as the main efficacious components for antibacterial and antifungal activities. The pharmacological analysis also revealed that other pure compounds include extracts of Usnea species proved to be significant anti-cancer, anti-proliferative, antioxidant, antiviral, anti-inflammatory, anti-ulcer, hepatoprotective, and anti-genotoxic agents. So the antiproliferative quality of the lichen is in accordance, so the scientific results is in accordance with the narrative, with the women narratives. Please, the next one. And I found some medicine that use this lichen. There is agreement with human narratives of rural women that use this lichen. Okay, so this plant has a potential for the pharmaceutical industry for protection. So if the lichen that I use in some medicines as this, I can learn, but it's Usnea. If you can read it, it's very little letters here, but it's Usnea. They are used for viral problems. So this is more one component of native grasslands of Tapia that is very important for, not for the family, the people that the rural fan, but it's important also for pharmaceutical industry. Please, the next one. So I think this is the last slide. Our conclusion, or one of the more important results that we have in this research is that Marcella, Achirocline saturejoides, and Matricaria camomilla is two species that are under vulnerability. because the narrative, women narrative said to us, Patricia, we don't find more. We have a decrease of the populations of Achirocline, Marcella, and Matricaria. The women, the rural women called, Patricia, we want to work, we want to walk many kilometers to find some Achirocline and Matricaria. So the narrative of these women signalized to them for us that these two species we have to take care. So has an indication of reduction of population, and you have an indication of vulnerable species in these natural grasslands. So how much longer will sexual and asexual propagulus be available for species reproduction? The natural reproduction, with this context that I told you about the anthropic pressures, forestry with eucalyptus, soybean. And is it time to plant? Enrich natural fields with native and medicinal herbs. This is the time. These is the questions that we want to share with you. So the next one, I think is the last, no? So please, the next. I don't detail it more because the time you can pass for the next, please. To go to conclusions, this is some more examples of the importance of Marcella, to pharmaceutical industries, no, these medicines. So the Marcella has the analgesic properties, anti-inflammatory, and relaxant properties. Please, the next one. Please, the next one, not more detail, more medicines, okay, that use quercetin from these species. So more one time, this is very important, protect the grasslands. Please, the next one, I think is so the pressuring, we are talking about this pressuring, okay, the next one, you already talked about this anthropic pressuring. Okay, you can get more one because you talk. This is the change, colleagues. This is the change about the Uruguay. We are here, no? This is our researcher. 1985, we have 10.6. Nowadays, the grasslands we have a decrease in 9.7. No, this is the grasslands. This is the color of grasslands. So we have a decrease. Really. Okay, the next one. This is the anthropic pressures. Please, the next one. We already call about livestock, silviculture. These some solutions. Okay, what agricultural solutions you're thinking about? First of the one, a production of Achirocline and Matricaria seedlings, construction of medicinal nurseries, construction of living pharmacies, enrichment of natural fields with plenty of Achirocline and Matricaria. We think that these are agricultural solutions. We can mitigate some population reduction of Achirocline and Matricline. And about socioeconomic and environment solutions, I think that the production of botanical atlas we will do in the next months because we have these results. So we'll do this atlas production of botanical atlas with cooperation by academy, company, Las Julianas, production of ethnomedicine catalog, Achirocline and Matricaria workshop, and mini herbal drying for export. We think that these some solutions that you can do in the next step of our researcher. So, and I invite them, my colleagues here, if you want, some colleagues here want to work with us in the grasslands native, the invitation is Didi. The next one, please. Final thoughts. So the ethnobotany of natural fields in Tapia as an indicator of environment disturbance, as an instrument for valuing, popularizing, and internationalizing traditional communities and natural resources. Evidence of species that has some level vulnerability. Who are these species? 2, Marcella, Acrocline saturejoides, and Matricaria camomilla. Third, the economic sustainability of the herbeiras, the women that collect herbs in Tapia, depends on management, technology, and cooperation to export with environment sustainability. So the local bioeconomy and the pharmaceutical industry is very important, and important substance on the market as quercetina, levomenol, bisabolol, and others. These are some reasons to protect these environments, the grasslands, native grasslands. I think is the last, no, Rita? Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you for your attention. I'm disponible for some questions. This is Sonia Morales, the leader of these feminine groups. Thank you.